So last week, Mom proposed we all go on a cruise. I'm going to do it whether everyone goes or not, but I would love for everyone to go. So I put together this little presentation to give a little bit information on the cruises and the different cruises that we could choose from. So what is included in the cruises? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They have a diner that you can actually order stuff, and then they have a buffet. It's all included. They also have some restaurants on the ship that you would have to pay for yourself. And then if you get off the ship, you will most likely have to pay for any restaurants off the ship. Um, so you don't get soda, but you get unlimited coffee, juice, water, tea, and lemonade. Soda and alcohol are both extra. They have packages for it, but I don't think it's worth it. The Windjammer buffet, that is the buffet, and then the dining hall. They also have a lot of live entertainment. They have karaoke. They have like Broadway shows. They have ice skating, and this is all on the cruise. And then they have a lot of pools, and they have a sauna. They have a spa. You have to pay extra for the spa and the salon and everything like that. But I think it all seems like a lot of fun. Card room, they have a room. It's pretty much just a room with tables and chairs that you don't eat at. And we could bring our own cards, play some rummy, or we might not even have time for it, honestly. And then, of course, karaoke. I'm going to get down with some karaoke. And then there is Coco Cay Island, which we will go over in another slide. So what's not included? Souvenirs, obviously. Most restaurants, alcohol and soda, and then there are things on Coco Cay Island, which you can see over in the little chart on this slide. There's zip lining you'd have to pay for, a water park. But if you looked on the previous slide, there was also a lot of free stuff on Coco Cay because it's privately owned by Royal Caribbean. So we also have to choose which cruise we actually want to go on. I found a few different ones. They all leave from either Florida or New Orleans. Florida is a little bit farther away than New Orleans, but all the others you had to get off in either all the way in California or Boston, which I did include one in Boston because it's not as far as California, but I tried to stay relatively close to us so the car ride wouldn't be terrible. There is a 7-night Western Caribbean cruise that starts at $451, and these prices could change later on. Sometimes it gets cheaper the closer you get. Sometimes it gets more expensive, just depending on how packed the cruise ship already is. There's a 7-night Canada cruise starting at $829, a 6-night Western Caribbean and Perfect Day cruise, which takes you to Coco Cay for $536. And then a 7-night Western Caribbean cruise for $506. And we're going to go over the differences in all of them. So the first one, 7-night Western Caribbean cruise, we go off at New Orleans, which is 9 hours and 30 minutes away. So for the second day, we're just going to be cruising at sea. Until the third day, we get off at Cozumel, Mexico, which I think would be a lot of fun. It's a very touristy place with a lot of people. So it's not very dangerous. Then day 4, we go to Puerto Costa Maya, Mexico. And then you go to Belize City, Belize. And then for day 6 and 7, we are back on the cruise ship until day 8, we get back to New Orleans. So the first day, we are going to be in New Orleans. I believe the ship leaves at 4 p.m. Mom said something about leaving like a day early and then stopping somewhere in between so that we can rest for a day and then continue on. I think we would be okay just doing it all if we leave really early. And one day, since there's so many of us, some of us will be riding together. We can switch drivers and If there's like three people in a car, it'll only be like maybe 3 hours per person driving, which I do pretty regularly. The second day, we are just going to be on the ship, doing stuff on the ship, having fun, trying to get to our first destination. The third day is Cozumel, Mexico, which is freaking beautiful. There's caves you can go to, caves with water that you can see on this slide, beautiful beaches. You can swim with the stingrays there. They have a thing, they take the barbs off the stingrays so that you can swim with them. And if we go to Cozumel, I'm going to get a tattoo. The rest of you can get a tattoo too. We can be twins. But I am getting a tattoo. Absolutely. Fourth day, Puerto Costa Maya, Mexico. It's beautiful. I love it. Mayan ruins. Freaking swings in the ocean. Beautiful. It has this cool little theme park, like water park, that looks like Mayan ruins, and I think that is just so cool also. So I think we should go, and also tacos. Fifth day, Georgetown, Grand Cayman. It has beaches. It's pretty. It kind of gives me like the New Orleans vibe to it a little bit. But I'm sure there's like good food because it's on the ocean, and the ocean has good food. Sixth and seventh day, we are cruising again, doing some karaoke and playing some rummy and doing a spa day. And we're going to dress up and look all pretty for dinner at least one day. We're going to have so much fun. And then we go back to New Orleans. But this next cruise is the 7-night Canada cruise. So I'm not going to read all of this just because we go over it anyway. If you want to look at this, feel free. Day 1, leave from Boston, Massachusetts. Boston is a while away. I don't think I even put how far away on it. I'll have to look it up. If I didn't, I'll tell you guys. But here's just some pictures of Boston and the cruise ship. Day 2, cruising. And this looks like freaking Titanic. It's beautiful. I love it. We would be on Serenade of the Seas, and they have pools and everything. Day 3, Sydney, Nova Scotia. I think it's pretty. Perfect for pictures, but it will most likely be cold, and I don't know if I really want to be cold on a cruise ship. Day 4, Halifax, Nova Scotia. If we go here, I am taking a picture in front of that lighthouse because that is iconic. It's beautiful. It would be awesome. Then day 5, we're cruising again in that Titanic-looking diner. That is beautiful. And then day 6, Bar Harbor, Maine. This place is, it's a city that a place in Fallout is based off of, so that would be a lot of fun. But again, this would be cold. I don't want to be cold. But if you guys want to go there, I'll go there too. Day 7, we are in Portland. Stephen King is from Portland, and I think that would be awesome. I would check out some Stephen King related stuff in Portland. Day 8, back to Boston. The next, we have 6-night Western Caribbean and Perfect Day. We leave at Florida, Fort Lauderdale. It's a 16-hour drive, which is pretty long. It's a little bit longer than the New Orleans. Well, actually a lot longer. We would probably actually have to stop halfway if we go to Florida. So, Fort Lauderdale is kind of like a little city. I'd say it's probably St. Louis sized, so I'm not driving in that. I'll drive first. I'll drive out of Southern Illinois, but I am not driving in that unless y'all want to die. Not my thing. Day 2, cruising on Liberty of the Seas. It's cool. It's a lot of fun. I checked out this boat a lot, and it is really pretty. Day 3, Puerto Costa Maya, Mexico. We already went over this, but I like it. Day 4, Cozumel, Mexico. We already went over this one too. I'm getting a tattoo if we go here. Then day 5, we are cruising, doing some karaoke. Mom's going to go down these water slides because she loves water. And then day 6, Coco Cay, Bahamas. Now, this is the only one where you get to go to Coco Cay. It's a little bit longer of a drive, but the other ones from New Orleans does not take you to Coco Cay. I would like to go there, but if we don't go, I wouldn't be sad about it. Mostly, I just wanted to go somewhere warm. They've got a lot of activities that you can do there. There's a lot of free stuff. There's some free restaurants because it's privately owned by Royal Caribbean. And they've got like a big water park and everything. It seems like a lot of fun. And then back to Fort Lauderdale. And then a 16-hour drive home. Next up, we have 7-night Western Caribbean cruise, which personally is my favorite. I want to do that. It is 9 hours and 30 minutes because it's only to New Orleans. I think we can make that in one drive. I think we can just bite the bullet and go on one drive. The boat does not depart until 4 p.m., so we've got plenty of time. Of course, I would want to arrive like an hour or two early. I think we can absolutely get on the boat early. I'll have to look into it, but I'm pretty sure we can get in there earlier than 4 p.m. because that's whenever it's leaving. First day, leaving from New Orleans. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I want to go to New Orleans. I think it's beautiful. Beautiful culture, beautiful buildings, beautiful things, beautiful people. All of it, probably some beautiful food, and I'm going to get down on some food on this cruise. Second day, we are cruising. We got pools, we got karaoke again. I think there's also a casino on this ship, but I'm not messing with it because I don't want to lose money. Third day, Cozumel, Mexico. Also, I know we've talked about this one, getting a tattoo, but they also do like $20 like full body massages on the beach here. Like, I don't know about you guys, but that sounds freaking amazing. I'm gonna get me a $20 full body massage. Fourth day, Georgetown, Grand Cayman. We talked about it. I don't think it's super interesting. It has beaches and everything. I guess it's kind of like a Bahamas version of New Orleans. It's interesting. Fifth day, Falmouth, Jamaica. And this is the only cruise going to Falmouth, Jamaica that I have found at all. Surprisingly, marijuana is not legal in Jamaica, which I found out. But I don't think they like arrest you for it if you do smoke it, but you can't smoke in public. There's a lot of water there. Some cool touristy stuff going on, some rafts and everything. I think it would be a lot of fun. Personally, I want to be able to tell people that I went to Jamaica. So this, for me, is like the ideal cruise. I want to go on this one. I don't know about you guys, but it seems pretty great. Seventh day, we are cruising. I'm doing karaoke. and we're going to have fun. 8th day, back to New Orleans. We can either chill out or we can go home. Either way, I'm going to have a blast, and I know you guys will too. So, what are we going to do now? How many of us are going? We need to figure out definitely how many are going. We need to figure out where we're going so we can go ahead and book this. And then after we figure all of that out, I am going to call an agent to see if we can get special pricing, because if we have like so many people, they'll give us cheaper prices on it. So yeah, I think the last cruise was the best one, and now you guys are probably going to make fun of me for the presentation, and we are going to talk about which one we want to go on.